Welcome back to my channel, and this is the review I know everyone's been waiting on. Malcolm and Marie came out, I think, last week. So let's talk about it. Let's get right into it. Right off the bat, Malcolm Marie, it was made by Sam Levinson. Sam Levinson, he's the creator of Euphoria. And it's important that we bring that up because we had to put the correct context of this film. The backstory of this film is the fact that they were waiting, or they were delayed on filming a new season of Euphoria because of COVID and everything that's going on in the world. So this was like a side project, an idea that he had, and he got Zendaya to play in it as well. I know Zendaya personally from Euphoria. I think she was on Disney when she was younger. Euphoria, that's pretty wild. You should actually watch that show if you have HBO. Then you have John David Washington, Denzel's son. You might know him from Ballers. I know him mainly from Tenet. I did like Ballers as well, though. And the first thing we have to address is shooting a film in a global pandemic. I'm assuming the film was shot in Los Angeles. I think it says in Malibu. It's in a house. This film is just these two characters in a house alone by themselves. And they're having a discussion, which the discussion is about why I think he premiered his film, and he had to thank people that contribute to his film, his personal life, and he thanked everyone but Marie. This is Malcolm we're talking about here. That's what the whole argument is, and why they had this argument, and basically the root causes of why he did what he did. But from a directorial standpoint, Sam Levinson did a great job. If we're talking about the acting is on point. It was real. I know it's going to touch some people. They had a lot of speeches or monologues, you could say, in the film that made you think, that made you quiet. I believe the authenticity of the characters as being real people. Now let's talk about the cinematography of the film. For this film to be only filmed in one location, in a house, whoever the cinematographer was, I don't know if Sam Levinson was a DP as well, but they did a great job. They maximized that house to its fullest. You had shots in the living room. You had shots in the dining room. You had shots outside of the house. You had shots inside the house. You had shots in the bathroom. You had shots in the bedroom. You had shots in the tub. You had shots in the hallway. The camera would move or pan when they walk. Sometimes it wouldn't. Close-ups, long shots, frames in the frame. The cinematography of the film was excellent. And right off the bat, it does address, I don't want to say racism, but yeah, let's go with racism. That's the first thing it addressed off the bat, because Malcolm's character, he's celebrating, but he's already talking about the fact that his film, which is about a prostitute that gets clean. It was about a prostitute that gets clean, how his films, and it had a black lead, how it's going to be viewed as a black film. And to me, that's really, I guess, really a metaphor, or you could say an allegory for what Malcolm and Marie is. Is Malcolm and Marie a black film? Yes, I do think it's a black film because you had two black characters in here. You had two black actors portraying and talking about black people in Hollywood and their personal experiences. Should this film be able to reach all audiences? Should other people of color or people of the dominant society be able to watch this film and enjoy it? Yes, they should. Will they? I think other people of color will watch this film. I don't know if people of the predominant society will find this film interesting unless they are fans of Zendaya or they are fans of John David Washington. I don't know if they do. You can comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the film. But the biggest issue was, it was his night. He was trying to celebrate, and Marie had an attitude. He asked Marie, what's the attitude about? And Marie is like, well, why did you not thank me when you gave your speech about the film? You thanked everybody but me. So let's talk about really the bigger issues, I think, that happens in a lot of relationships. And the biggest issue that I got from here, number one, is not communicating your feelings. when you listen to Marie's character, Marie never communicated to Malcolm that she wanted to be the lead of the film, or that she felt a way about him not thanking her during the premiere until other people got into her ear and made little comments here and there, and then she says she changed her mind. I think in any relationship, it is important to communicate your feelings. People are not mind readers. People are not magicians. There are some ways you may perceive something or accept something that they may not have any idea of. And if you communicate your feelings with someone, and if their response is only just that, oh, well, I'm sorry you felt that way, they're just saying how they feel about you. Anybody you're in a relationship with should take how you feel about a situation to heart, so you can move forward, you can grow to be better as one and equally yoked and great things of that nature. Malcolm did not thank Marie in his speech. And to me, that's huge in a relationship. To have a relationship with someone that you won't thank them, that says exactly what you think about the person. And that actually plays out later on in the film without giving everything away. Well, I think I should. Basically, at the end of the film, they keep having this argument, like a little cycle of abuse, right? They argue, they make up, they argue, they make up, and then they basically go back and forth with each other. First, Marie might start it, then Malcolm starts it, and they go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And what you really realize about both people is that, number one, both Malcolm and Marie are extremely insecure. Malcolm has been a director, and his past films have not gotten great reviews. So I think he asks Marie for her input. And Marie, what we come to find out is that she was a drug addict and she gets clean. He helps her get clean. But what's the problem with that? What is the issue about that? The issue is that basically he took a lot of Marie's personal life and he wrote it into a character named Imani. And on top of that, he didn't thank Marie. He does admit that the film would not have been as good if they were not together in a relationship, but he still holds on to the fact that Marie wasn't his only inspiration. In fact, they get into an argument, and he basically tells her, you think this is just about you? You think you're special? This was about X, Y, and Z girls I slept with and the experiences I had with them. And then I took the experiences I had with you and I combined it into one person. Yeah, that really had Marie in her feelings. But we also come to find out that Marie is a struggling actress, and at the end of the day, she was upset with the fact that he didn't cast her in the film. And then Malcolm says, when I got the film financed, I asked you to audition for the film, and you didn't want to audition. And that's a part that I think is wrong on Marie's part. Everyone has to be self-accountable for their actions. You get chances in life. If my girlfriend was a director and I'm an actor, she told me to audition, I'm gonna audition. And you might feel a way if you don't get the lead part, but you better let me be an extra or a backup dancer or something. Like, we together. You better put me on in some way. That's how you help. That's how you help get the cycle going. Both of y'all get together. Both of y'all make moves. And I think overall, both people were truly scared to use the other. And I think a big quote in here was that Marie said, once you know you love someone, you never hear them again. I think that's very insightful. I think that shows how we deal with relationships. I think a lot of us have been hurt by people closest to us, whether it's a significant other or a family member, and it's normally people that's closest to you that hurt you the most. And why? Because people that you love are more willing to hurt you because you let them in, and on another level, they know you will forgive them and tend to take that for granted. So I think that's a very insightful thing. I think Malcolm said, you didn't follow your passion, you didn't put in the work the way I put in the work, and I see that in her character. Her character is insecure, and then Marie tells Malcolm how I mean, basically, you used me, and you wasn't that insightful until you got with me. And then what gets important is that at the end, she says, I used to love us having sex, and I think one big thing about us was the mystery of the unknown. I never knew if you had a girlfriend that was better than me or did X, Y, and Z better than me, whether it was, sex or cooking or cleaning, just communicating well with me. But when Malcolm went on his rant, talking to her about all of his exes and relationships that they had together, she said it kind of made her lose interest. And I think that's a key part in some relationships for women and for men as well. The mystery. I have someone, but I don't know if they've ever had better than me or if I'm the best that they've had based off how they treat me. And what it really boils down to was she was a drug addict that got clean, and she basically makes a statement that the reason why you didn't thank me is because you don't feel like anyone can love me the way you love me. And he basically admits to that, and he apologizes for it. So, if we have to rate the film, I have to give the film a B. I can't give the film an A because at the end of the day, it is two people, one night, and they're arguing the entire time. Some of that gets a little old, gets a little redundant. You're either going to make up or you're not. You're either going to have sex or you're not. You're either going to be together or you're not. And the way the film ends, I think they finally had a resolution where both of them agreed that I guess they really found closure in both of their situations. But I get the feeling they're going to be together. And I like that aspect of it because you should be able to talk like adults and come to a mutual understanding and move forward if you want a relationship to work. So I will give the movie a B. Will I rewatch it again? Yes. I think I would rewatch it again. Is it a must-see? I mean, if you have Netflix, you should see it. If you and your spouse want to have a long talk afterwards about men and women in relationships, then you should watch this film. I wouldn't watch it if I was a new couple. You might want to shy away from that. But it was a good film, great acting, and with the situations that the world is in right now, I do think it's a film worth watching. I got other film reviews coming. Cutthroat City, I know a lot of y'all wanted to watch that, had your opinions on that. I got that review next. Please like, comment, subscribe, follow back. I'm Devon. If you have any other films you want me to review or give your perspective of, I'm more than willing to do so. Stay safe, stay warm, and like always,